fat little frog. "It's okay," Polly said as she nudged Cherubi. "We want to be your friend too." "We are all so sorry for hurting you. No one likes to be made fun of," apologized Mandy. Tears welled up in the fat little frog's eyes, and she and Polly hugged. The group began playing together and had a wonderful afternoon. As Cherubi joined in, everyone got to know her for whom she was on the inside. When Polly and Toto got home that night, their mother handed them each a tiny package from their Uncle Tad in Colorado. "They're so small," said Polly. "Sometimes the best things come in small packages," said their mother. Both Toto and Polly looked at each other and smiled. Together they said, "And sometimes the best things come in large packages." Their mother just looked puzzled as Polly and Toto unwrapped the prettiest and shiniest pebbles from their Uncle Tad, a blue one for Toto and a pink one for Polly. The end.
Thank you, Miss Linda, for sharing that story with us. Before we go on and talk about bullying, I wonder if any of you have questions that you would like to ask Miss Linda. She's the author. She might be able to answer some questions for you. So if you would raise your hand, we'll let your teachers call on someone. And if you'd speak out in a nice, loud voice, we'll try and do the same so you can hear the answer to your question. Any questions out there? Could this story be real?
Actually, this story is based on something that really happened. The real story is a little boy went to a swimming pool and they made fun of a little fat girl, and that's actually what inspired this one. It wasn't actually, most of the stories are based on my children, but it was not my children that did that. But this little boy is the one that inspired this, so that kids could see what they actually do, and maybe they don't really mean to hurt somebody. They think they're talking low and they don't realize the other person hears them, and it hurts their feelings.
It's not a real story that could really happen, but the things that happen in that story happen in our lives too when people get their feelings hurt. Very good question. Another question? How many days did it take to write the book?
Oh. It actually takes a while. I get an idea and sometimes it just comes real fast, and I can get almost to a certain point, and then I'll have to stop and just wait till the ending happens, or I know what the ending is. But usually the stories come pretty quick, but there's always a part that I'm blocked on, it seems like, for a while.
And one more question?
What does Toto do? Well, he's kind of the leader of all of the pond friends. Toto always knows what the right answer is, but if you read the books, he just needs a little help from Captain Snap to put the final spin. He knew that everyone should be quiet, but Captain Snap told him that everyone should never have said anything in the first place. So Toto, they always know the right answer. It's just they need a little help from Captain Snap sometimes. They're all good little pond friends, but they get themselves in trouble sometimes.
Miss Linda is going to be writing some more books, and she was sharing with us a little bit of the next book that she's going to get published, so we'll be anxiously waiting to hear about that one. Let's give her a hand for sharing the story with us today. Now, you've all been sitting so quietly. Why don't you just stand up for just a minute? Can you all stand up? I can see you. And why don't you do 3 hops just like Toto would do? When I say 1, 2, 3, do 3 hops. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, stop. Put your wings out like the butterfly and let's flap them a little bit. Flap your wings. Put your hands down and just wiggle your bodies a little bit. Put your right hand up here and say, I'm good. And put your other hand up here and say, I'm good. Give yourself a little hug and say, I'm really good. And then as quietly as you can, sit right back down. Oh, good job. Good job. Good job. You're all sitting up straight and tall and looking straight ahead. I can tell that you are ready. Good job. Now we're ready to talk about that lesson that Toto and his friends learned in the pond on that hot summer day. Who has one thing that they learned in the pond? Can you put your hand up and tell us what they learned? Okay, teachers? Very good. Be nice to other people and don't say things that hurt their feelings. Very good. One more person. Don't bully. Good. That's a very good lesson. And I'm sure that you heard Toto say these words, and I remember them exactly from the story. If you can't say something nice about someone, do you remember the rest of that? Don't say. Perfect. Good job. And the other part, accept people the way they are. Have you ever heard anyone say those words to you before? Maybe your grandparents or your mom or your dad or your teacher. Lots of people say those words. Oh, I see lots of people listening and looking straight ahead. Good job. They say those words to you because they want you to be the very best person you can be. But sometimes people aren't so nice. Do you know what we call those people that aren't nice to other people? Bullies. Good. Bullies are people who hurt other people. Sometimes they punch or kick, spit. Sometimes they just hurt people's feelings. How many of you ever have seen someone being bullied? Someone who got their feelings hurt or got kicked or punched or hit? Good, that happens. All of us have seen that. It seems we all know someone who has been bullied. But now I have a problem. My problem is, what should I do if I see someone being bullied? What should I do if I see someone bullied? Well, I have a couple ideas, so I'd like you to listen and see if you can think of another idea. Remember, a bully is someone who hurts you, not just once, because sometimes a friend can hurt you just once, and that doesn't make them a bully. It's the bully does it many, many, many times, over and over and over. That makes you a victim. And that may be a new word for you, victim. If someone bullies you, you're a victim. And you have to know what to do if you are the victim. Well, I have a plan, and it's really pretty easy to do. It has 3 parts. First of all, you have to be able to tell that person that you don't like it. And here's how it works. You have to be very brave, but it works quite well. Let's pretend someone came up to you many times on the playground and said something about you that you didn't like, that wasn't true. And you were feeling pretty bad because now you're the victim. Here's what you do. You stand up straight and tall and put your feet about this far apart, and you keep your shoulders back, and you put your chin up, and you look them straight in the eye, and you say, Stop it. Can you say that word? Stop it. That's right.